What's going on, you guys? It's Chance here, and in today's video I'm just going to go over what I use every single day to trade the E-mini futures market, specifically the Nasdaq futures market. So basically, whenever I'm going into the day, I use the 1000 tick chart, I use the 21 period exponential moving average, I use the support and resistance levels found on the 2-hour time frame, and then I also use trend channels, and I use the price action within the trend channels, specifically higher lows and lower highs. Okay, so going over the first thing, guys. Whenever I open my chart in NinjaTrader, this is what it looks like. This is from Friday, some price action from Friday. This is just what I'm going to use as an example today, just to show y'all what I'm seeing whenever trades are playing out and what I'm looking for in trades to get my entries and exits. So this is, like I said, from Friday around 9 a.m. So first, I use the 1000 tick chart, so that's what this setup is. So in each one of these candles, there is 1,000 transactions happening. So it could be as fast as a couple seconds, or the candles could be as slow as a couple minutes. You never know how it's going to be. It just all depends on volume and how much volume is being conducted that day. There was a lot of volume this week, so each one of these candles is maybe like 30 seconds to a minute long. They don't, like I said, don't have a designated time period or length for them, so that's just kind of how it is. I like them just because you can see the volume within each candle. And then next, I also use the 21 period exponential moving average, which is this blue line right here that you can see. I use this to give me direction of the market, basically. So if the candles are forming above the 21 period exponential moving average, then that signals that you're in an uptrend. If they're below the 21 period exponential moving average, then that signals you're in a downtrend like they were right here. And if they're kind of bouncing back and forth, that means you're kind of flat. Basically, the EMA is going to be flat and you're just in a trading range. And so that's why I use that. It gives me a good confirmation of which way I should be going. And like I said, if it's above, then I'm only taking longs. If it's below that line, then I'm going short in the market. Next thing that I use, guys, is I'll use the support and resistance levels that I find on the 2-hour time frame from TradingView. So basically, I'll just go over to TradingView, which I can do right here, and I will look at this chart kind of on a larger time frame, and I will find areas of support and resistance that prices kind of struggled getting through on the 2-hour time frame. So in this instance, in our little snippet of time, we're using this 11,926 level, and we're using this 1223 level, the 12,023 level. So you can see right here that prices went up and hit that and then struggled to get through and then went through. And then here, the 12,023 level acted as support right here and kept prices above it. And then same thing right here with the 11,926 level, it acts as support and keeps prices above it. They're basically just bigger levels that hold prices above and below it, and they kind of act as magnets. Prices are very attracted to these levels, so in between the levels they will kind of shoot rather quickly. And when placing them on my chart, what I'll do is I'll just find those levels and I'll just put a blue horizontal line that takes up the entire chart, and it's going to form as new candles are forming. It'll be there consistently, and as you can see right here, prices do react to it pretty well. So here it acted as resistance, and then here this 12,023 level acted as resistance, and resistance again right here, and so on. And the next thing that I use when trading, guys, is trend channels. Trend channels is one of my best friends personally. It's probably the strongest tool that I have in my repertoire other than the actual price action, because it allows you to know where prices are likely to reverse at. So you can see right here, all I did is I would draw this right here. So my trend channel from right here was drawn off of this low to that close right there, and then I would draw it to the top of this candle right here. So my initial trend channel, whenever this was forming, was right there. And usually it's going to be right a lot of the times in predicting future price action, just because once that's set, then people and other traders are going to be trading reversals around there. And as you can see, this trend channel is pretty valid for quite a long time. So from 8:57 all the way until 10:57. So this trend channel lasted for 2 hours. And that's all you need really when trading. There's plenty of entry opportunities in this trend channel, and you can make a lot of money in just this one trend channel, as you'll see here shortly. So then putting everything together, guys, you come up with a chart that looks kind of like this. As you can see, we have the 1,000 tick chart, of course, and then you have the 21 period exponential moving average right here. And then you have our support and resistance levels that I found off the 2-hour time frame that I went ahead and marked in right here as well. And then we also have our trend channel. So this is exactly what it's going to look like whenever I'm trading live. And basically what I'm looking for in these markets is higher lows and lower highs. Those are my bread and butter. I found whenever I was getting into trading that my best performing setups were lower highs and higher lows. They give you good direction of where the market's going to go, and they're very high probability trades, and I like high probability trades. And there's quite a bit of them too on the 1,000 tick chart, just because there's a lot of transactions happening in the NQ futures market. So essentially what I do is I will find these and then I will trade higher lows and lower highs. And in an uptrend, you're going to typically be trading higher lows, and in a downtrend, you're typically going to be trading lower highs. And you always kind of want to go with the trend, because when you go against the trend, then more often than not, your trades are not going to work out. So you always want to be with the trend in your trading. As you can see here, just in this small time frame from 8:59, 9 a.m. to right around 10:04, 10:05 a.m. So right around an hour, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 really good entries that are very, very solid. And with my trading strategy, I only go for 5 points. I scalp 5 points out of the NQ, and that's all I go for. I do 2 contracts, 5 points, and each point is worth $20. So right there, you're looking at $200 per trade for me. So zooming in on this, guys, as you can see right here, so we have this low set right here, and then we're trading up, and then we come back down, and we get this higher low right here. And on this trade, what I would do is I would put an entry right above this candle right here, and as soon as this goes up and triggers our entry, it just rockets up, because there's going to be a lot of people entering the market right there, and they're wrong on the direction of the market. And so it rockets up, and you go ahead and get your scalp really early. And if you didn't get that one, then you definitely do have this entry option right here as well. And this one's a good one, and it just ends up being the start of a really, really strong uptrend. And so you can put your entry right above this candle, and as you can see, it works out very well. And then scrolling forward, and when you're in this uptrend and the trend is this strong, you can typically buy any kind of pullback, and it'll work out very well. And by this time, I had this trend channel lined up, so I knew I had plenty of room before the top of the channel to get out, just because, again, 5 points. And so with this one, it was going up, and it comes down, and this candle right here is kind of bearish. So what happened is this candle formed, and then prices went down, broke below here, and then went up. And when this candle finished forming, I put an entry right above this candle, and as soon as it triggered, it went up, and then it hit our price target in this candle right here, just for 5 points. So that was a quick, easy trade right there as well. And scrolling forward even more, there are a lot of entries that you can take in here. They're a little bit more risky, but if you want surefire trades, then we wait until it gets down to this low right here, and then we wait for a higher low to be formed, and that happens right here. So you can go ahead and put an entry right above this candle, and then it triggers, and you hit your profit target right away. And there's also another option right here to get into the market as well on this higher low, because it goes up, comes down, breaks under this candle first, and then rockets up, and you have plenty of room to get out before this midline. So guys, right there is a quick overview of how I trade the NQ, the Nasdaq 100 futures. Profitable strategy in my opinion. It's got about an 80% hit rate, so it's 80% of the trades that you take are going to come out to be winners. And then as long as you wait for the right setups, then you're going to make a lot of money. And like I said, in this 1 hour right here, using my strategies, you could make right around $1,000, and that's what would have happened had I taken all these trades during the live market. I stopped trading right around right here, but you can make quite a lot of money just using these strategies. And even if you want to, you can take one of these trades a day. $200, that equals $50,000 a year, just because there's roughly 250 trading days a year. So 200 times 250 is $50,000. That's your gross income if you just want to take one trade a day. So you could be sitting here and click the mouse a few times, make 200 bucks, and be done with your workday. Alright guys, thank y'all for tuning in today, and if you found value in this video, please like the video, subscribe if you want to see future videos. Basically what I do is I release a video every single day going over the trades that I take, and then I will release one video over the weekend just going over different trading strategies. Eventually I'll get into analyzing stocks as well. I'm still kind of trying to fine-tune that and get more into that for long-term portfolios. And then also I give some like financial tips as well eventually. It's all kind of work in progress, still trying to grow the channel, get the content down, and yeah, if y'all are looking forward to more videos like this, like I said, please hit the like button, subscribe down below, hit the bell notification. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below as well, and I'll see y'all next time.